I'm going to be walking you through a prayer of impermanence. I'm kind of making it up on the spot from here, where I'm earthing. And it's kind of near a busy place with it. And so I'm glad you came over here because I was going to do a prayer of impermanence, Brazen. What do you think about that? She's not interested. She doesn't understand. Okay, I'm gonna focus the camera and there we go. I was thinking of just doing it up at the trees for this, but I don't think it's... I'll do it up at the trees and sometimes back at me. Alright, prayer of impermanence. This is like, I haven't ever said this out loud and I'm just thinking of it up as it goes, okay? So like, let's talk about my dog a minute. A dog is impermanent. If a dog is anything, a dog is impermanent. And that's one reason it's so sad. But this prayer of impermanence is to give peace to all the living beings who might hear it. Mostly humans. Because they have brains. No, I was gonna say, this is a prayer of impermanence. Everything will end. And we know that. And it doesn't have to be sad. It is sad, though. So that's braided into impermanence all the time. That there is impermanence. It is sad. Those are the facts of life, that we get pets and around the bend of existence. Like my dog is 13, and I think about this a lot because she is my favorite thing on earth. And everything is impermanent. This little leaf crushing up in my fingers, it's impermanent. And this one is too. And this corn cob that happened to be there, and I was going to break off a leaf and show you that one, but Brazen, stay here, girl. Come here, Brazen. Come here. Brazen. Sorry, I just noticed something. But everything is impermanent. I just noticed that my mom returned in the car, and I shouldn't have had my dog loose with my mom gone, because she's so good, but you have to be really careful with the road being so close by. But anyway, my mom's coming up here, and so I will tell you that my dog is just fine. She didn't run out into the road or something, but an ant is impermanent. Brazen! Don't do that! You naughty dog. She's so silly. Okay, okay, so I was saying a prayer of impermanence, and I just wanted to say that, like, when I was 18 years old, I was different from what I am now. I weighed 118 pounds, and I was a lifeguard, and I was very good at school, and I was going to go off to college when I turned 17, actually, and didn't end up working because I had a mental breakdown. So that's my life story, the most important part of it, really, and it reminds me so much of impermanence because looking back at it, I am not that same being. I don't look the same. My body is so different. And when we think about body and impermanence, that's exactly the most important truth. That we're all just this physical body, and that's just what we are. and everything is impermanent, like it's all fleeting. So, I know these things may sound sad, but it's interesting that I looked at the two fruits right here. There is grapes on a grapevine and peaches on a peach tree. And I just wanted to say that, like, these are examples of things that, as everything, are impermanent, but that they represent kind of like offspring. When a plant makes a fruit, it can make another fruit. So it starts to bring in the concepts of the circle of life. And these are more positive thoughts and feelings that come up usually when we talk about the abundance of life, and like that you can have a child born and breathe its first breath of air. So, but this is supposed to be a prayer, and I'm not great at prayers, but I try, and I think everybody prays differently. So I just wanted to think openly about impermanence a little, and how it impacts me, and how my mom is 81. That was a very loud car. How my mom is 81. I live in a city. And there was a loud car. And how the earth even is perishing. Like, there someday it'll be different. So much to the point that everything will end in a way. I don't know. I feel like someday life on earth might end, but that'll be a long time. So these are all just philosophical thoughts and ideas about my concepts of reality. But and the ocean is kind of like, it seems almost like it'll always be there, so it seems permanent. But when you look at the ocean every day, there are new seashells and new life, and everything's so different, and everything changes all the time. Like, I was thinking about how I'm trying to figure out something. Oh, I was thinking about how when I last went to the, which I get to do Saturday again. It was 11 years ago, and I just went one day. I went one day to the beach, came back, long drive, and I was thinking about how I was thinking about how like the time before that I went to the beach, I went with my mother, so that was one time, and then the previous time to that I was like 19 or 20 with my whole family. So there have been many years. I'm 41 years old. It's been 20 years since I went on a family beach trip. And I'm going on a family beach trip. So I was thinking about how my family changes. My dad's 83, my mom's 81, my brother is older, everybody's older. I'm the youngest. We're all aging. My nephews and nieces are so much older now, they can drive. It's amazing. They used to be these little baby kids, these little Buddha babies. So we are going to settle into a tiny bit of silence, a reflective silence, and then I'll say my last words on impermanence. This earth is so dry, by the way. I shouldn't have interrupted. Okay, we're being silent. so far this has been a reflection on impermanence. But let me tell you the prayer of impermanence that I'm thinking right now. We all will perish. All of our loved things and loved ones, everything dies. Everything ends. But there is so much beauty in life. And life can be so joyful, and it's so worth living. And it's worth knowing the people we know. It's worth getting the pet. It's worth getting the pet because we're going to love that pet so much. It's going to be our favorite thing alive. May you be at peace. May your life be long and prosperous. May you be happy and unharmed. May you be compassionate in all things. In all things. May you be compassionate and happy and full-hearted and joyful. Thank you for watching.